Bismillah. Ladies and gentlemen of press, we have called you here today to help us highlight the severe famine crisis that the people of Mandera are facing due to the prolonged dry spells. The drought situation is going from bad to worse due to the global climate change, resulting in 4 consecutive failed rainy seasons since 2020. Furthermore, the World Meteorological Organization has predicted that the 5th rainy season is likely to fail. This is a life-threatening prediction for the pastoralist communities and their livelihood. The number of people in need of humanitarian assistance is currently at 500,000. This translates to half of Mandera County population. Therefore, I appeal to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, President William Ruto, to declare the drought a national disaster. As county government, we are already working on an emergency response through water tracking and food aid for the vulnerable households in conjunction with the National Drought Management Authority and donors. We currently supply 1.8 liters of water to 192 villages daily. The drought is approaching its peak in mid-October and will require up to 4 million liters of water daily to save the people and the livestock over the next 30 days. Therefore, we need at least 75 million, that is Kenya shilling 75 million, for water tracking, fuel subsidy, borehole repairs and maintenance. It will also allow us to set up a rapid response team to fix borehole breakdowns and facilitate emergency response. Currently, about 80,000 households who are receiving cash transfers from various donors and National Drought Management Authority, and this, however, does not cover all the vulnerable families. An estimated 22,000 additional households need cash transfer for the next 3 months. To protect these families from the adverse effect of climate change, we need an extra 1.2 billion shillings. Despite our concerted efforts, Mandera is still experiencing an acute water shortage, food insecurity, malnutrition, limited pastures, and reduced livestock prices. Moreover, the high demand for livestock feeds, with 50 kg of cereals going for between Kenya shillings 4,500 to 5,000, has pushed food prices higher. We therefore ask the national government and the international community to come to our aid. Mandera residents are primarily pastoralists, and they are losing a considerable number of livestock due to starvation and drought-related diseases. The high livestock mortality rate is making the food insecure challenge more severe. The cumulative livestock deaths in September across all the species stand at 365,283 cattle, 160,721 camels, 495,169 goats, and 495,169 shots, and 29,314 donkeys from January 2022 to date. The estimated number of livestock currently in urgent need of supplementary feeds, treatment, and water across the county are as follows: cattle 452, 724, That translates to 60% of our total population. Camel 386, 448, translating to 40% of the total population. Goats 1,365,841, translating to 40% of the population. Sheep 333, 260, translating to 40% of the population. And donkeys 105, 660, which translates 60% of the population. The drought has also affected our education sector, as hungry students cannot concentrate in schools. Moreover, schools will reopen when drought is at its peak, which calls for an urgent contingency measures, including water supply to schools, complementing the food supply to 41 boarding schools, and 312 ECD centers in our county. We need an estimated 370 million shillings for this intervention. Food insecurity has resulted in drought-related diseases affecting the pastoralists and their livelihoods. Due to the decline in milk production, reduced milk consumption, poor dietary and diversity, and reduced food intake by 29%, that is 108,735 of children under 5 years in Mandera face acute malnutrition. In addition, 4% and 3% of households scored poor or borderline for food consumption scores, respectively. In addition, only 13.5% of women ate healthily. Another 15,216 estimated caseloads of pregnant and lactating women require treatment. My humble request to His Excellency the President is to initiate the following measures to save lives and livelihoods: livestock offtake program by Kenya Meat Commission, releasing grains from the strategic food reserves, monitor of food supplies, and urge the private sector not to take advantage of the current situation by inflating cost of food commodities. We are ready to work with the national government to reduce the food insecurity or eradicate if possible, and the cost of living and hunger-related death of our people. Our people, their livestock, and the wild animals. This collaboration requires that moving forward, no Kenyan citizen will die from hunger and starvation. Finally, I wish to pass my appreciation and thanks to the partners who have been supporting us with interventions. National Drought Management Authority, PROSIDA, Islamic Relief, World Vision, DRC, Kenya Red Cross Society, NAPAD, Care International, and Save the Children. We appeal to them to scale up the support to our people to cope up with famine. Thank you. I also want just to confirm that His Excellency the President has just directed that all the affected counties in the leadership to have a meeting tomorrow at Harambee House, chaired by His Excellency the Deputy President, to discuss the same. And we actually thank him for responding to our request and our plea. And we hope that we're going to have a very fruitful discussion tomorrow so that we save lives and the livelihood of the drought-affected counties. Thank you.
There's a session before you get into Somali. Drought is not a new thing in Mandera. In fact, the previous regime, have you found any nutrition methods or you're starting from zero?
No, we can't start from zero. The previous regime actually has done a good job. In terms of mitigating water crisis, hundreds of bores have been drilled. That's why we have very stable water source currently. They have been intervening in terms of relief food. But now when we are talking about mitigation, we have 4 failed rainy season. You can imagine the effect, the impact of that. So I'm not starting from new. About 48,870 households were actually given ration in the month of August before the election, and we are planning to do the same towards the end of the month or early next month. So I'm not starting from new. They have done their bit, but the scope is wide. You can imagine having 4 rainy season failed. You can imagine the impact, and they have tried their best. So I can say that I'm starting from scratch. They have done a good job, and we are building on that. For the last 2-3 weeks, we have also actually added several boreholes at the strategic places to reduce the distance on water tankering and then cover more areas. Out of the 4, we have 3 successfully done, and it has reduced actually that water tracking distances and cost. We are doing also subsidy in terms of fuel supplies, and you can imagine you can't blame anybody for what's happening. If it fails for 4 consecutive rains, that's from 2020, they have tried their best, and up to today I can confirm that we have not lost life because of starvation. Thank you. Bismillah. Waxaan maanta isku idinka yeernay waxaa waye inaan ka hadalno arrimaha ku saabsan abaarta. Sidaad la soconayseen dhulka dhibaatada farabadan ay jirtaa. Sidaad la socoteen 4 roob oon soo dhaafnay 2020 kasoo bilaab ilaa roobkii aan soo dhaafnay Mandera County roob fiican lama helin. Dhibaato fara badan ay jirtaa dhinaca ku saabsan arrimaha biyaha, arrimaha cuntada, arrimada coolada. Dhibkaasaan rabnay inaan maanta u sheegno dadweynaha reer Kenya iyo madaxweynaha maxaa la dhahaa William Ruto inuu as wax laga qabto county ahaan. Wax badan aan haynaa county ahaan. Waxaan bixinay cuntada ku saabsan ilaa 48 qoys aan siinay cuntada bishii soo dhaafay. Water tracking aan sameynaynaa ilaa 192 centaraad biyaan u dhaaminaynaa. Waqtigana sidaad u socdo الرoob haddaa ilaahay keenin laa taqnatu min raxmatillahi ma quusanin nicmada ilaahay, laakiin dhul dhibaato fara badan ay jirtaa. Waxaan rabnaa insha allahu inaan dadaalno, reer Mandera ahaan aan dadaalno, dadka nalaha jiraan aan halkooda aan fiirino oo dowladda keli aan la fiirinin. maxaa waaye dad qaraaba yihiin, qaraabaan nahay, jiraan nahay, dadkan dhibaysan oo la degan oo maslaxadoodan fiirinaan rabnaa. Sidaad la soconaysiin hadda waxaan dirnay sub county administrators iyo village administrators iyo ward administrators aan dirnay. Waxaan rabnaa inaan lisoo qoro dadkii dhibaysan oo la degan siduu aan ilaalino inuu dadkayna oo waqtigan xaadir oo dhib badan oo geeradii oo ku sabab gaajo inay ku dhiman doonaan insha Allah waan dadaalaynaa. laakiin waxaan rabnaa inaan reer Mandera ahaan naftayna uga ciidan saarno dadka dhibaysan oo la degan aan soo sheegno oo aan wax la qabanno. dawladna insha Allah waan dadaalaynaa. dawladda korana waan u sheegnay central government insha Allah pressure aan qabnaa. madaxweynaha ku xigeenka maanta message noo soo diray. waxaan insha Allah rajo ka qabnaa inuu tala fiican meeshana ka soo bixi doonto. laakiin waxaa codsi inaan badino duca istaghfurtaan badino la roob doono. dhibka hadda nahay waxaa kali oo naga qaadi karaa ilaahay. bin aadamna nahay waxba zaid kama qaban karno. insha Allah inta tabartayna waan dadaalaynaa. laakiin inaan isla nacarisno dadka dhibaysan loo sheego markaan cuntadii yar aan bixinana dadka dhibaysan la siiyo. mar badan waxaan aragnay inuu markii wax la bixiyo dadka oo ay wax qaadanayaan. markaas waad arkaysiin social media qoys oo 2 beri 3 beri dadkooda la shiinaa la soo sheegi. dadkaas waxayna la degan yihiin cuntada la bixiyo dad weydiis ma helayaan. lacagtan oo cash transfer list kuma jiraan markii dadkii committee oo mas'uul saaray oo wax soo qorayaan waxaan rabaa inay dadaalaan oo cadaaladnimada hagaajiyaan oo dowladna gacan siiyaan insha allahu tacaala laakiin dowladda ahaan insha allahu waan dadaalaynaa sidii un dadkayna oo reer Mandera ay ku geeri doonin gaajada sababteed insha allah.
Your Excellency, you forgot to mention COCOP and WFP, and we are doing cash transfer plus food distribution.
I've proceeded. Yeah, I was reminded about COCOP and action against hunger and WFP. Sorry for the mix-up. I was just
UNICEF.
I've mentioned UNICEF. It's already there. UNICEF I've mentioned. I've mentioned Resida. I've mentioned Islamic Relief, World Vision, DRC, and COCOP. I'm sure they are doing also a good job, inshallah. But we need to coordinate because from our last two CSG meeting, we have realized that we are doing a lot of mitigation and intervention, but there is a bit lack of coordination, which we need to improve. And we want to ask our non-governmental organization to share information with us because we have put a strategy to make sure that we supplement also what you don't cover. Unless we get the information, we are talking about 80,000 families getting cash transfer. We need to know where are they, who are these people. Of course, there is the part done by the Hunger Safety Network program. There is the Inua Jamii Team, and then there is the disability group, and then the NGOs. So we need to coordinate. Why are we still having crisis? Why are we getting SOSs from within the communities if all this intervention is going on? So I think it is important we synergize what we are doing so that we avoid duplication. With those, thank you very much, Press, for highlighting and supporting us in this journey. Inshallah, we're going to work together, and I thank the NGOs who have been supporting us. And please, let's coordinate. Let's work with the sub-county administrators, village administrators, and ward administrators. Of course, the chiefs are already there on the ground, so that at least we can have an impact on the population. There are gaps because of lack of coordination. Thank you very much. You want to say something? Anybody else? Say something.
No, I think you've summarized everything. You've summarized, which is okay. Thank you.
Then the issue of coordination.
Yes, yes.